Hello, this is Saksena from Just Tutors. Today we are going to learn about gravitation. Objectives of this video are Introduction to Gravitation. In this we will learn what is gravitation actually. Then we'll learn about universal law of gravitation and its importance. So let's move ahead. Let's introduce ourselves with gravitation. Gravity or gravitation is a natural phenomenon by which all things with mass are brought toward one another, including planets, stars, galaxies, and other physical objects. There are four fundamental forces in nature which are friction, gravitation, electromagnetic force, and nuclear forces. Among all, gravitation is the weakest of them. Before Newton, scientists believed that things fell on Earth as it was their inherent property. At astronomical level, this force has an important role as the masses are huge. So, we can say gravitation is a force of attraction between any two masses. For example, force of attraction between Earth and Moon, force of attraction between Sun and other planets, force of attraction between an object and the Earth, between any two objects. What are the properties of gravitational force? The very first is it can only be attractive as magnets. As we are saying, gravitational force is attraction force, so it is just attraction as magnets or other things like electric or magnetic force. They do not gravitational force cannot be repulsive. It is independent of the nature of medium between the particles, unlike electric and magnetic forces. It covers wide range of distances. It is the central force, that is force between the line joining the centers of two or more bodies. It forms an action and reaction pair. For say an example, I can say that let's say these are two objects A and B. Doesn't matter what is the difference or what is the distance between them, they will attract each other by a minute attraction force, which is gravitational force, and the distance will be measured from their centers. Every particle in the universe attracts every other particle with a force that is directly proportional to the product of masses of the particles and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. This is our universal law of gravitation, which is given by Newton. So we can assume the figure which I have drawn on the last slide. Let's draw it once again. Two objects A and B. Let's say the mass of this object is m and this one is small m. So the force which is working in between is directly proportional to their product of their masses. So that is m into m. And let's say the distance between these two objects is d. So as it is written here, it is also inversely proportional to the square of the distances between them. So we can say f is inverse proportional to 1 upon d square. Combining the two equations, we get f is proportional to m into small m over d square. To remove this proportionality sign, we use a constant capital G, which is known as constant of proportionality, and it is also called universal gravitation constant. We have to use this formula in many questions in many situations, so do remember this. Now, as we know by the Newton's third law of motion that every action has equal and opposite reaction, so the gravitational force exerted by m1 on m2, the object, will exactly be the same as gravitational force exerted by m2 on m1. So we can say, let's say this F12 is the force applied by m1 on m2 and F21 is the force applied by m2 on the m1. So they both will be equal but with opposite direction. So this negative sign represents its opposite direction here. Now, what is the importance of this universal law of gravitation? It initiates the birth of stars, controls orbits of planets, helps in determining the origin of the universe. Galaxies owe their shapes to this force. Low and high tides occur due to gravitational force of the moon. This force binds us to Earth. Moon's motion around the Earth, and lot many importance are still left here. Now here are some practice questions which are based on the video which we have just uh, revised or learned. You can use all the facts or knowledge you have learned in this video, and after that you can check your answers, and do not forget to pause the video while you are trying these questions. Here are your answers for all the questions. You have made really good progress. That's all for this video. For more videos you could log on to justtutors.com. Thank you.